I try to live my life kind of with some intentionality because my theory is Facebook will outlive me. And GCN will outlive me, and Catalyst will outlive me, and it's important to me to document my relationships because I have no idea how long I'm going to be here, you know? And so it means a lot to me that you would share moments with me, whether it's a birthday dinner or if it's during the year, coming from Chicago, you know, the Chicago area, and relocating, you know. but all of the different moments that I'm having, I'm intentional about relationships because that's what's important to me, you know. It's not about numbers, it's not about having 1,000 Facebook friends, but it's about the fact that I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And I'm not trying to scare people, but I'm just saying, none of us really know. And I feel like, God, we're in a time of our lives that we're making history. And I want you to know that without a doubt, I love you guys. In so many ways, in so many different ways. And I think it's our job to continue that. The people in your lives, this right here represents like 4, maybe 5 different circles, and some of them overlap. And a lot of you guys have circles too, circles of friends. And I just want to encourage you guys to do the same thing. You know, approach your friendships with some intentionality, because you know what's going to make the difference is one by one building relationships with people. Because on one hand, we've got the whole activists and marches for Prop 8, no, against Prop 8 and all that other stuff. But I believe, and all that stuff has to happen, the activism. But at the same time, I believe that we have to catalyze relationships. Because at the end of the day, at some point, we're going to have another vote. And we're going to tip the scale. You know what I mean? And so I was thinking about this. I was thinking right after the election, I was thinking, okay, what can we do? What do we do now, kind of a thing? And if you know me, I have a totally different approach than, you know, activism. You know, I call it relational catalyst, being a relational catalyst. And so I just wanted to share with you guys 5 things, okay? Because you know how many Prop 8, no Prop 8 things that we went to, and they gave us the fabulous 5, right? You know, you can do poll, you know, what do you call it? You can volunteer, you can talk to your friend, whatever. Okay, so I've got the fabulous 5 for you guys. Okay? So, the first thing, invest in 5 people that are not like you. Invest in 5 people who are not like you, because really, when we begin to build relationships with people, they're not going to vote because of what they're seeing on the news. They're not going to vote because they're seeing a yes sign or whatever. They're going to vote because they're going to think of people that they know. So invest in 5 people this year until the next birthday, until the next celebration, because it's going to be a celebration if I make it. And invest in 5 people who are not like you, either a different gender, a different LGBT straight, or different ethnicity, or your neighbor, or something. Invest in 5 people who are not like you, okay? Number 2, participate in neighborly service. So that's different from community service, because it could be community service, but get to know who your neighbors are, and then find out how you can serve your neighbors. Like, what if you have someone next door who just like would love to have their lawn mowed, or to, you know, needs to go to the grocery store and they're, you know, whatever, or cook a meal or something like that, you know? Invest in our neighbors, because that's how we can begin to break those invisible lines, you know what I mean? So invest in, participate in neighborly service. That also includes other community stuff too, like beach cleanups and all the existing community organizations. Right now I'm thinking about Habitat for Humanity, so if anybody wants to do that with me, I'm totally up for it, because I have no construction skills and all that stuff, and so eventually I'm going to buy a house, I'm not going to know what to do.
If I can use a drill, you can use a drill.
Yeah, you're totally on my team. So participate in something, participate in the lives of your neighbors and in serving your neighbors. Does that make sense? So that's 2. And then 3, partner with other people who share your passion. It doesn't even have to be the Prop 8 thing. But what if it's like, what if it's orphans, or what if it's the beach, or what if it's whatever cause that you're passionate about or you're interested in or something like that. Partner with other people who share those ideas, because then you can collaborate together and do those things together, and you build relationships and you just bond together, you know. But find other people who are like who have your interests. Hiking, if it's hiking, you know, do something together. You know what I mean? Because that builds relationship. Number 4, facilitate introductions. Do stuff like this, or host dinner parties, or do different things that give people a context to meet other people they didn't know. So all of the new people that you're meeting, your 5 people that you're investing in who are not like you, introduce them to the people who are like you, and so that they can begin to build relationships. You know what I mean? So then bring everybody together. So facilitate introductions, and then the last thing is cast vision. Talk to people about doing the same thing. Talk to people about, hey, you know, all that, you know, going to the marches and the rallies, that's important, because when they call us, we're ready to mobilize. But underneath, we need to build a relational infrastructure to where so that we can have more people to mobilize. You know what I mean? But we need to cast vision in terms of relationships. To cast vision with people about building community, building some collaboration with other people, developing a sense of citizenship with people. You know, my definition of citizenship is to be a good neighbor, you know? But cast vision in people's lives, because if you can speak into people's lives, then that means you've affected them. You know what I mean? We're not just on the street, that's where relationship happens. Relationship happens when we can affect each other. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I just wanted to share that with you because that's my Fab 5. Invest in 5 people who are not like you. Participate in neighborly service. Partner with others. Facilitate introductions. And then cast vision so that we can speak into each other's lives. And that's, I believe, we can make a difference. Totally we can make a difference. Because if you look around right here, that's all that I've been trying to do. Not that I'm like anything, but I'm just saying, gosh, we could do it, you know? And then when it comes time, in a couple years, when it gets to the Supreme Court, or when something happens, gosh, when they call us to mobilize, we can mobilize. You know what I mean? So I just want to say, I love you. And I encourage you to love each other and love your friends well. Love your friends well with some intentionality. Okay, so
We love you too.
Since we were set up as a choir, shouldn't we sing happy birthday to Eric?
Yes, duh.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.